Hello. Hello. And hello. Hello, Alex. Hello, me. Hello, Ocha, met Malam. How's my child doing? I hope everyone is doing well. For those who do not know, yesterday during her stream, Ocha asked to be adopted, so I was like, might as well. So I've added another child to my collection of internet childs. Children. Child? Is child still? Children. It should be children. Childs I don't think is the correct way of saying it. Anyways, I did a tiny bit of looking up, like, about this game. And so, like, apparently the game was like just a module or something before it got ported into, or like something like that, for like another game. So that's nice, and it also explains why apparently a lot of people don't take as long as me. But also, for example, for Glory, you apparently need to push her a bit. First of all, the guides, like the one guide that I found, was written by someone who doesn't know how to write a guide. It was almost impossible to read or to understand anything. Like, apparently you need to push her a tiny bit to, like, review something, and then maybe you can get, like, a quest from her. I don't know. I don't know, man. But yeah, I didn't see anything that was like, if you're taking this mission, they will start hating you or anything, so we will just jump into the game. We will do the last mission. I will, I guess, try to see if I can talk to her about something reasonable. Like, you know, get her to open up a bit at least. Maybe it's too late already, because apparently you're supposed to do it like early on-ish, but I don't know. I don't know. Also, I guess that wouldn't have been a bad thing if we had taken the, like, deviled steel in the, like, cafe. Which, I feel in this game, where there seem to be, like, decisions to be made, it seemed like there would have been some. Okay. How are you holding up? You look a million miles away. Okay, I have a question. I still need to talk to you. Oh, that's a weary sigh. Ask your questions. But do it quickly. I have things to do. You can't have started running the Shadows much more than 5 years ago, tops, so what's with the vintage chrome? It was cheap. Gets the job done. She shrugs. End of discussion. I don't think so. I've done a lot of street Sams in my time, but I've never met anyone who voluntarily installs cyberware that old. You're right. There's more to it than I'm letting on, but I'm not interested in talking about it. I can't help but notice that you seem guarded, withdrawn. That's my problem and none of your business. Whatever happened to you has impaired your ability to trust me, and it is my concern. Come on, Glory, talk to me. I'm the leader of this outfit. I decide what is and isn't my concern. Now tell me what's going on. If you talk to me, I can help. feel this is very condescending. If you talk to me, I can help, maybe? I doubt it, Chummer. I doubt it very much. But I appreciate the sentiment. Maybe later, when we know one another better, we can get into it. Now, is there anything else you need? No, I'm good. Take it easy, Glory. Yeah, you too. Okay, maybe I should have just... It's so weird, because it seemed like a very condescending, or like, I don't care if you don't want to talk with me, like, sort of a discussion, so... Hey, I found this drone in the hotel vault. Does it belong to you? Yeah, Chief, that's mine. Didn't want to say anything at the time, since it was my idea to have you loot the vault in the first place. What was it doing there? It's my personal drone. Yeah, I think this is like more, like, it's a very casual tone for him, like, not trying to sound British, Australian, or whatever the fuck I was doing first with him. Could have something to hide behind when you're on a solo decking run, you know? Luster took it from me when she seized control of the Schwarze Herzen. I've been hoping to get it back ever since. I've gotta say, Chief, it hurt me to see her all bagged up to tell like she was. Looked like Luster had a few of her goons take turns on my baby with a baseball bat. But it looks like you've got her up and running again. How do you manage that? Molly'd fix your drone. She says that it won't listen to anyone but you, though. Score. So, can I have it back? Sure. It's of no use to me anyway. He's like, oh yeah. I was hoping to see. Do you have another run lined up for us yet? I'm strapped for cash. Don't worry. We're doing fine on the job front. Amslet's been working overtime. Why are you strapped for cash? With the amount of work we've been doing, you should be rolling a new yen. What can I say, Chief? Tries on a thoroughly unconvincing smile, but immediately seems to think better of it. The anxious look returns to his face. Have expensive taste? How expensive are we talking here? Even if you had a raging crab habit, I'd think that you'd have at least some money left. Expensive? Truth be told, I'm in debt. In debt. To who? He hesitates before responding. When he does, his voice carries an edge of annoyance. No offense, but this is getting a little too personal, Chief. My debts are none of your business. If some bookie sends his thugs here looking for you, it's going to become my business. So talk. Now. You come to me begging for work and then tell me it's none of my business. Well, you tell me why you need the money. Yeah, no, if some bookie sends his thugs here... Let's shake his head in expiration. Alright, fine. First, you don't need to worry about anyone coming after me. My debts are a bunch of old contacts. I don't pay them, I'm gonna lose them. In this line of work, it isn't smart to burn bridges. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. It's almost the end of the week. We've got this. Just a bit more. Second, before you ask, those debts are for services rendered. I was in a tight spot. I needed some help and I threw around a lot of IOUs to get it. Third, and finally, the trouble was involved a girl. Hello, Jim. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Yes. For a second I was like, wait, did you speak Spanish or was it Portuguese? In which case, I just made an ass out of myself. But if I remember correctly, it was Spanish. Is this the same Dragonfall than last time? Yeah, it's still... I don't know if there's a second one. I don't think there is. There's only one Dragonfall. Spanish. Yeah. I am correct. Yay! My memory works! a bit. Sometimes. But yeah, is the same where we're a hacker and we have a cold claw lady, a sniper that somehow isn't the best sniper, and a shaman wizard, just kind of everything all in one person, and this guy who we never used in a mission yet. Anyone died? No. No. Oh, I think I went down like a couple of times, but I can just use all revives on myself. And funnily enough, it wasn't even on the most difficult missions. It was on like other missions, which is stupid, thinking about it. I'll tell you about it if you ask me to, but we're verging deep into personal feelings territory. So if you don't want to hear me sob over ex-girlfriends, we'll drop the subject now. You're clearly preoccupied with this, and our line of work, preoccupied can get you killed, so spit it out and we'll deal with it. But we did the side quest for Dietrich, our wizard. I just call him a wizard. Thank you for the head pat. And for Iger, our sniper. And maybe we will now get one for him. We'll see. You're clearly preoccupied, so spit it out and we'll deal with it. Let's meet your gaze for a moment, then looks away and sighs. Alright. Where do I begin? I met Emily in Dragonfall. She was the first person who was ever more important to me than myself. I was crazy about her, Chief. To this day, she's the only person I've ever met who could out-deck me. The Rookers, she wasn't even a decker by trade. There was nothing she wasn't good at. I like to dabble in rigging, but Emily, that girl, could pick up anything that she'd set her mind to. Sounds like a hell of a girl. Okay, this was a mistake, I take it back. Let's keep this relationship professional. Damn. Damn, okay. You could be a proper asshole. Well, sounds like a hell of a girl. She was. She made things right. No matter how stupid I was, no matter what I got myself into, she made it right. Don't think much of many people, Chief. Emotional attachment aren't really my thing. Love seems like a diluted word these days, so I won't waste it on Emily. I'd just say that she was important to me. And then I lost her. I didn't know what was happening. It came out of nowhere. One day she was just gone. Along with most of my decking gear. The only explanation was a handwritten note on old-fashioned paper. Leave me alone. That was it. We'd been together for years and that was all she left me. That and this beat-up old cyber deck. Naturally I freaked. We'd had our share of arguments, but we never had a huge blowout or anything. Couldn't think of anything that drive her to do a thing like that. Mostly I felt hurt, so I searched for her, in the real world and in the Matrix. When that turned up nothing, I started tapping my contacts. And that was when I started racking up debts. And so did you find her? Nope, she's gone, you see no go. Without a trace. I looked high, I looked low, poked into everything I could think of, and my contacts did the same. He shakes his head. She's gone, Chief. At this point, I've accepted that. I still have to repay those debts. I'm surprised that you've given up so easily. There must be some place you haven't looked. In my bed. Ayo! I'm sorry. He blinks. I don't know. Yusinogol really did look everywhere, and at great personal cost. If she meant that much to you, you owe it to yourself to try. Yeah, you might be right. He shakes his head. Fuck. Thought I was done with this. But you're right. Without some kind of closure, I'm never going to be at peace with this. Thanks for the talk, Chief. I'll let you know how it goes. You do that, Blitz. Good luck. Did I talk to them too late? Okay, one look at Blitz's face is enough to tell you that something is gnawing at him. He stands beside his table, playing with a coffee spoon. Oi, Snuggle, what you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief. I hate to admit it, but I might be in a little bit of trouble here. What sort of trouble? Well, you remember those creditors I told you about? The ones who loaned me all of that money? Yeah, well, as it turns out, some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Well, one in particular seemed to have taken things kind of personally. Okay, how personal are we thinking here, talking here? I got a package in the mail. It had somebody's thumb in it. Somebody's. Thumb. Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box, packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure that they're meant to convey some sort of message. Really, you think so? Oh, I have to be a smart ass. Really, you think so? You know, it's gravely, yeah, I'm almost certain of it. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think that I just need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I've got a plan. I know how to get myself out of water with meat grinder. I've got it all specced out. Let me get this straight. I took a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder. Okay, not what... How I read it was, I know how to get myself out of hot water with meat grind. Like, with basically... He wanted to use Meat Grinder to get himself out of hot water. That's how I read it. And Meat Grinder in my head was like either a weird sex app or at least a dating site. And it was like, my dude, what? Let me get this straight. You took a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder? Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this already. There's no need to rub it in. Anyway, like I was saying, I can make it all right again. But I need your help to do it. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out in Dragonfall. They call themselves the Landenberg Ring. What the shit? They're a financial crime organization. And there's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinder's operation. Okay, Landenberg Ring. I don't know if Landenberg is a place or something in Berlin. If it is, I've never heard of it. They all have interesting names. I mean, most of the time it's just German words. But like, Landenberg doesn't ring a bell. Translation, please? So, Drogenkippe is like drug. Like... basically dump. Like, kippe could also be the stump of a cigarette, but like, in this case, I feel it's more like a dumping spot. Like a dump. Like where you put, like, trash or something. In this case, I guess drugs. And Landenberg Ring, like... Landen isn't technically a word. Land is country. Or like land. But with EN it doesn't make sense. Berg is mountain or... Yeah, well, it's mountain, but it's like usually meant as like more in a hill sense in the city. And ring is like the ring. I heard London. Oh, the Londenberg Ring. Honestly, fair. But yeah, it certainly is very funny to like read and see all these names. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwarze Herzen, Black Hearts, I laid out the groundwork for a hit on the Landbergring. Suddenly it's only Landbergring, which does make more sense, to be fair. Still have no clue what it could be, but at least it makes more sense than Landenbergring. I was never able to make good on it, though. For some reason, none of the other gangers ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt and get myself back into Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So what'd you think? Quick run, just you and me, with me and the Matrix, and use my man on the ground. We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Looks like a plan? Okay, what's my cut though? Okay, no, we don't need a cut. Alright. In the future you need to be more upfront about things like these. No problem, Chief, not a problem at all. You can count on me. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got some last minute stuff to take care of before we get started. Oh, and you've seen a goal. Thanks. No sweat, Blitz. Meet you at the U-Bahn. Oh, no, not as such, Chief. I won't be physically going to Dragonfall. I've seen enough of that place in one lifetime. I'll be checking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Kreuz Bazaar. Are you telling me that we work to solve your... Yes. To be fair, we didn't have to. Something ain't tracking. Great, okay, well, I guess that I'll send you a comm when I get there. Also, we, as the other hacker, are going alone. Apparently. I'm not risking my neck for you on my own. I mean, honestly, kind of that, but sure, I'll send you a comm when I get there, stupid. I guess that's my thing now. That's my goal. Let's save. Save properly. I feel this will not be an easy quest. Especially if I have to go alone for whatever reason. Yeah, sure, whatever. This is gonna be fine, right? No ways this is a problem. Settling debts. Drogenkippe might be high up on anyone's list of places to avoid, but that's where you're headed. And you're going there alone this time. Last time that you saw Blitz, he was carting his portable terminal over to Cafe Savage. I still have no clue how to pronounce that. Presumably so that he could do his decking in the most comfortable environment possible. Is the dragon still alive? It's not quite sure. We haven't dealt with the dragon yet. We know that the dragon wasn't killed per se. The dragon was apparently hit by some kind of magic rocket that split its spirit from its body, but also preserves the body. So the kind of disabled or defeated dragon body landed in a radioactive land between France and Germany, where it then probably got worshipped by some weird cult. And potentially now we have to deal with a radioactive ghost dragon that also has, if I remember correctly, some biochemical weapons. So that's fun. But we reached the point where we could progress the main story, but they told us, hey, if you do this, all side missions will be gone. And I was like, but I like my side missions. So we're gonna do side missions first. Like everything else related to Drogenkippe, the U-Bahn train that services it is in poor repair. The car that you're standing in stinks like a chemical toilet on a hot day. Let's level up. I don't know if we get to level up much more, but like, yeah, indeed. More leveling up, more experience points, and more just doing stuff. Like, there's one sub-quest open, this one, and maybe the one from Glory, which I don't know if we can do. But we will find out. But yeah, these are the only quests that are left open for now. On the floor near the doorway, you catch sight of a trampled lump of tattered fur. The longer you stare at it, the more convinced you became that you're looking at the remains of a long-dead squirrel. The train rumbles to a stop and the doors slide open. Time to get this over with. Indeed, and it's just me. 'Cause what could possibly go wrong? Sure, let's go like that. Do you know the in-game date? Boo. 2054, but not the exact date. No. I could maybe find out as soon as we're back in the base. Else, no, I don't. I do have Turkish coffee, which I still don't know why. That's fine then. Yeah, Hong Kong is the sequel. I've read though that Hong Kong came out later as well. Like Hong Kong came out in 2015. Probably not. Maybe. Like, from what I've read, Hong Kong isn't as good with, like, making choices in, like, conversations matter. So I assume it is similar more to the first game, which is kind of sad. Was the dragon also in the sequel? Well, I don't know that one. Stepping out of the U-Bahn tunnel, you once again find yourself in the squalid alleys of Dragonfall. This place is a pit. Piles of waste, human and otherwise, litter the streets. The gutted husk of commercial buildings stand hollow and empty all around you. The comlink crackles to life and you can hear the distant sound of cave ceviche. However, merriment, laughter, and the clink of silverware on china. Blitz's voice cuts in a second later. Hey, Chief. Ready to do this thing? Yeah, say, Blitz, I've got a question for you. Yeah? You hear a slurping sound, presumably it's taking a sip of steaming hot soy calf. The only steam that you can see out here is your own breath condensing in the frigid night air. What's up? How the hell did you talk me into coming back into this hellhole? There's a long pause before your response. Well, you recognized the fact I needed your help, and then, you volunteered? Because you're a good leader? You owe me for this, man. Blitz sighs. Yeah, Chief. Yeah, I do. At least he realizes it. Hello, person? A plain-looking man in a fancy suit taps away at his PDA. He's an older guy, probably in his late 50s, in the filth-strewn streets of Dragonfall. He stands out like a sore thumb. At the sound of your approach, he stops what he's doing and shifts his gaze to you. You see no go, right? Who the hell are you? My name is Hasenkamp. Hase, or Hasen in this case, is rabbit. Kamp is not a word. I'm Mr. Grinder's accountant. What a remarkable coincidence. Hasenkamp nods, his expression is deadpan. Mr. Grinder sent me to ensure that the money transfer goes according to plan. When you enter the building, I'm going with you. Well, the more the merrier, I guess. Welcome aboard. I don't think so. I don't bring strangers along on runs. Period. How did Meat Grinder even know that I would be here? Your pal Blitz, he sent Mr. Grinder a message with a complete breakdown of your plan about an hour ago. Blitz. You calm crack oats to life. Well, of course I did, Chief. How could I be sure that this would get me off the hook if I didn't ask? And so, to find out, you let a homicidal loan shark know exactly when and where to find me. Well, that's not exactly how I'd put it, but yeah, I guess. There's an awkward pause. In my own defense, I didn't expect him to send his accountant to shadow you, though. That's a new one. For me. I hate to interrupt, but if you two are finished, I'd like to get this show on the road. He glance on his wristwatch. I want to get back home before my grandkids go to bed. Couldn't agree more. It's your turn, Blitz. Get the door open so that we can get inside. You got it, Chief. Where's Eager? Heading inside. This won't take 5 seconds. Take care of myself. Thank you. Stretch a bit. Okay, Blitz must survive. Let me sit a bit different. Just slightly different, I guess. Change how things are oriented so you can hear me maybe better. Somehow it's quieter than before. There we go. Oh, I don't know what F8 does, but I just pressed it. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it. There we go. Okay, game saved. Blitz must survive. Clear Blitz stepped. Unlock the alley entrance. Hasenkamp must survive. There is someone we can talk to. How about we go through the other portals? Okay, never mind. We're not allowed to, or well, more like there's nothing for us to see. So I guess we do go over here. Gatekeeper, I see. Hello? The Gatekeeper IC program stands impassively, waiting to challenge any comers. Visitor, identity unknown. Please present security code string. Let's see here. Override security access, semicolon, oh no, that's a colon, root, command, colon, trapdoor. There's a brief pause, then the IC flashes twice. Access granted. Yeah, that's what I thought. Rerun. Hacker's brain. Auto turret. We love reading about auto turrets. Great. Watcher IC. Hello. A piece of Watcher IC turns, flashing angrily. A rapid-fired sequence of lights pulls out a warning. Keep away. Check my credentials with your friend back there. Go on, I can't wait. A moment later, the Watcher IC flickers apologetically. Secondary security verification. Approved. Super user status verified. Query. How may I help you today? Just step aside, pal. I'm in a rush. The program obediently moves aside. Proceed and have a pleasant day. Don't mind if I do. Yay! And we cannot go to auto turrets, but the fact that there are any does not make me happy. Hello, Elidor. Hello. Main system hardware firewall. Oh, let's open the door. And that should do it, Chief. You're good to head on inside. The main server should just be ahead. A shocking display of competence from the red-haired disaster. That's what Mr. Grinder calls you, pal, by the way. He's got a wrap around these paws for some strange reason. All of his friends keep dying. Yay. Hey, don't listen to this asshole, Chief. He shouldn't even be here. He wouldn't be here if you hadn't spilled the beans to Mr. Grinder. Mr. Meat Grinder. Unfortunately for all of us, me especially, I am here. So let's just get this finished. And then we can all get back to disliking each other on our own time. Fine by me. Anything else we need to know, Blitz? Did you also tell the enemy, like the people we're about to rob, that you're gonna come? Yeah, I've hit the first firewall in here. Well, I need you to get in there and install the bypass for me. Go ahead, we'll find the terminal. Why can I not also be in the Matrix? I'm a fucking hacker as well. Open the door. Desk drawer. Loot. This place is a dump. The top drawer of this is packed full of slender plastic rods, cred sticks, hundreds of them. Oh, let's grab a couple of them. You sink your hand into the drawer of loose cred sticks and fish out a fistful. The plastic is slick and pleasant to the touch. As you withdraw your hand from the desk, Hasenkamp chuckles. They're all blank. You don't think the Landenberg ring, suddenly it's Landenberg ring again, would leave them in an unlocked drawer? If they had money on them, do you? Well, probably right, but couldn't hurt to check. I feel like it might be bad to check. Let's check. You try to initiate a transfer between one of the cred sticks on the desk and the one in your pocket. Sure enough, the stick on the desk is blank. So the next one you try, and the next. I told you. Now, can we keep moving, or do you want to test every stick in the drawer? Well, couldn't hurt. That was a rhetorical question, genius. He shakes his head. Come on, you see no goal. Let's keep moving. But we're gonna explore everything anyways. Trash can. Loot. The garbage can has been emptied and hasn't been emptied in a while. When you lift the lid, you find the bin full of overflowing with crumpled paper and disused office stationery. We're not too good to, like, shuffle through trash. Let's dig through it. You know, we really don't have time for this. Hang on a second, there could be something useful in here. I'm not sure that we're on the same page here, so we should probably hash this out now and save ourselves some trouble. We are here to fetch the money that your friend owes to Mr. Grinder. It means that we aren't here to dig through garbage, pails, or steal office supplies. So what you're doing right now could accurately be described as a waste of time. Calm down, man, this is all part of the job. This is ridiculous. You're on a run with a deadline, and you're rooting around in a trash can. That happens more often than you'd expect. Oh no, timed quest. I feel they just pretend it is timed. The longer we argue about this, the longer it's gonna take. He steps back, an exasperated expression on his face. Alright, fine. Do your thing, but make it quick. Most of the waste in here comes in form of old bank statements. Apparently somebody in the Landenberg ring has been using the backs of the statements as scratch paper. The third handful of trash that you liberate from the bin contains a note that catches your eye. Aha. Hey, where did you score that stuff, man? That juice that you were passing around, that stuff was unreal. I'm serious, man. I haven't been that high since grad school. When you get your hands on more, let me know. John. What do you make of this, Hasenkamp? Let's see here. Apparently a man named A scored some juice and it was really unreal stuff. So what do I make of it? A couple of things. One, the Landenberg ring has some real fuck-ups on the payroll, and two, you're wasting your time. Of the two, I'm more upset about the second because it involves you keeping me here in this cesspool longer than I need to be. Does that answer your question? Yeah, it does. Ask a silly question. Blitz whispers to you via a comlink. Medical, so okay, we're supposed to go there, so we will go somewhere else first. Send this to my stash, please. Open sesame. Ooh. There's a teller area. Wait, was this door also closed? No, it wasn't. Okay, there's a door console though. But here was something I could pick up. Ew, no, we need to open the teller console door for that. Okay, I got you. I could just jump over here, let's be honest. Terminal. Door, inspect. Let's see what we find. What's your step? This desk is an oasis of order amidst the chaos of the rest of the building. Papers and chips are stacked neatly or filed by name and date. There's even an old-fashioned coffee mug filled with a random assortment of graphite pencils and ink pens. Asenkamp raised an eyebrow. This desk is actually organized. Must belong to somebody in management. My thoughts exactly. He glances at the chronometer and his PDA. Time's wasting. Let's keep moving. Hang on. There might be something important in here. Let's have a quick look. He rolls his eyes. Fine. Whatever. Just make it quick. Let's check the stacks of paper. You appear to have discovered a compilation of financial reports. Each report details the fiscal health of a small corporation. Taken as a whole, they paint a picture of small businesses across the whole of Germany. Each core in the POW seems to have an interesting and innovative project underway. Unfortunately, all are also in dire financial straits, and at least half of them are teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. Despite the corporation's impending insolvency, the file suggests buying heavily into all of them. Apparently, the Landbergering sources have led them to believe that all of these corporations are on the verge of being acquired by a single megacore. The file doesn't say which one. A financial crime ring is involved in insider trading. Shocking. Can we please move on? Let's check the drawers. Shut up. Most of the drawers are neatly stocked with stationery supplies, but nothing interesting turns up. The topmost drawer is locked. But this is why we have muscles. So we just force the drawer open. You give the handle a sharp tug, and the lock snaps with a crack. The drawer slides open effortlessly. Inside is a contact book with an impressive long list of names. None of them stand out to you in any way. You also find a tube of lip balm and cret stick. Oh, let's check the cret stick. 119. Hooray, you slip the cret stick into your pocket. Easy money. All done. You sure? Maybe there's some nice binder clips in there for you to play with, or a staple remover for you to steal. Yeah. Let's just go. I have better things to do than fall for his taunts. Let's check here first. Okay. We could go to the terminal, but that sounds too easy, so we will first check the doors. Aha. Some drugs. Okay. And a vent. This vent is large enough to fit a drone through. Well, we have we have apparently one person who uses drones, but it's not us, so sucks to be us. Terminal! Oh. It's on the same freaking map, that's great. Terminal has been left on and the screen is still active. It has been locked in under the name Albert Trips. Keyboard input has been locked out and the password entry box hangs in the center of the screen. I don't have any password. That sucks. Not yet, at least. We will find a password. Oh wait, desk. Why did I not see you first? The desk is catastrophically messy. Candy wrappers litter in its work surface, and the bottom drawer is ajar. Well, search the desk. Oh, for Christ's sakes, here we go again. Quit whining, man, you're disturbing my calm. He crosses his arms. Alright, fine, search away. But Mr. Grinder is waiting for my call. Believe me, it isn't wise to keep that man waiting long. I'll take my chances. Rummaging through the desk, you find an old-fashioned binder stuffed with cheap paper. Leafing through the pages, you discover what appears to be a business plan. Billy Dunbeckering is in the process of opening a string of payday loan centers across Dragonfall. Hey, Hasenkamp, what does Grinder think about this? Isn't money lending his racket? Yeah, these Landenberg pricks have been a tick on his ass for years now, sucking away at the revenue that should be lining his pockets. Bad business all around. Thankfully, we're gonna recover at least a little of that cash tonight. And speaking of which, just a second, I'm almost done. At the back of the binder you find a note scrawled on a slip of scrap paper. Plots. I've real and pressing concerns about this silent partner that you've brought on the loan center scheme. We don't need him. Keep saying, but nobody listens. Call me, JB. Any idea who this Plots guy is, Hasenkamp? Miserable son of a bitch. I had to share an office with that man for... He cuts himself short. Never mind, you don't need to know. The Blitz whispers through your comlink. The plot thickens. Okay, so far, actually nothing useful. Open sesame. The door is unlocked. There's a small keypad, a keycard reader, and a comm panel set into the wall just beside it. Well, let's use the comm panel. You depress the call button, a shrill buzzing sound fills the air. There's no answer. Press the button again. Press the button again and hold it. The buzzer screeches like a frightened animal, then sputters and dies out. Moments later, a high-strung voice warbles out of the speaker.
Who the hell are you, and why are you leaning on the goddamn door buzzer?
The voice has a shrill, tremendous quality that you recognize instantly. This guy's riding a stim high. You're sure of it. Stay quiet. After a pregnant pause, you hear the voice again.
Stupid thing, must be busted again.
With a click, the line goes dead. The door is still locked, but the light on the comm panel blinks invitingly. Use the comm panel again. Press the button again, and again it chokes out its screeching cry. This time, the response is immediate.
What the hell? Whoever you are, you'd better knock it off. I swear something bad is gonna happen if you don't.
Calm down, it's me, it's Albert. Or do we just stay calm? I want to just troll him. Yeah, I don't know what you do.
Twice in a row? What's this thing's problem?
With a click, the line goes dead. The door is locked, but the light to the comm panel blinks invitingly. Well, step away for a second. I feel kind of bad, but only kind of. Well, let's use it. Could almost swear that the response comes before you press the button this time. It's uncanny.
Albert, swear to God, if you're messing around there, I'm going to shank you with a pen. In the kidney, Albert. That's where I put it. Right in the kidney.
Stay quiet. The click, the line goes dead. Use the comm panel again. The door slams open. On the other side. On the other side. He's on the fucking other side of the room. On the other side, a disheveled middle-aged man with wild eyes clutches a fountain pen in one hand and a gun in the other.
You're not Albert. Not Albert.
21% chance only to hit. Whoa, the shit. Okay, well, we take drugs. Do you have any... Oh my god, okay. You have at least a pistol, that's good. How many hit points do you have? Can I see that? Am I allowed to see... Jesus Christ, he has way more hit points than me. Oh. Bam! Hey, okay. I see how it is. Dang it. Are you marked already? No, you aren't. Yeah, that might have been why. What? Dude, never mind. We don't even hit. We knife you again, and then we knife you a third time. Never mind. Hey, you, kill him. There we go. Good job. Ooh, another desk to search. Keycard. Server terminal. The interface of this console has been locked. Peering around behind the terminal, we find an absolute rat's nest of tangled cables running between it and the servers. Install the bypass optical cable. Got a blitz? You should be good to patch in. There's a brief pause. Yeah, looking all good on my end. Nicely done, Chief. Thanks. Now get us into that vault. I'm on it. Yay! Okay. Where can I go now? So I would like to go there. Okay, take bit. Let's first see the options that we're having. Another take bit, hack node, data node, inspect. This is another firewall. Alright, Chief, it looks like there's another firewall blocking me from the vault controls. Go on. I'm gonna try to get your limited access to the facility. You should be able to find a terminal in there that can bring the firewall down. From there, you'll get across next to the vault. Got it. Okay. Let's go to the data vault first. Data node first. Give me money. Hey, Chief, I found something here that you might want to take a look at. What is it? Looks like a sort of persona non grata list for the Landenberg ring. Everyone on here is listed as shoot on sight. A lot of names here. Lots of personal information too. Known associates, credit history, holopegs, that sort of thing. Alright, so what's interesting about that? Well, there are 3 names on this list I recognize. One of them is mine, naturally. The Lundbergs and the Schwarze Herzen never did get along. Another is Hasenkamp's. Discuss. I'm not surprised. These bastards would just love my head on a platter. And Chief, the other is yours. They've got a whole dossier on you. No idea where they got it from, or why, but they have it. Never even heard of these bastards before tonight. So how the hell do they know about me? No idea. Looks like a new file. It was just uploaded about 20 minutes ago. Hang on a second. There's an attachment. I'll send it to you. Its voice falls silent. A few seconds later, a brief message appears on the screen of your PDA. Plots. There's this intel on those unwanted guests that I warned you about. They're coming tonight. Take appropriate precautions. Plots. I've heard the name a couple of times since we've arrived. Any idea, Hasenkamp? Jürgen Plotz. He's the leader of the Landenberg ring. I had to share an office with that miserable son of a bitch for 5 years before we went our separate ways. He's the greediest, most narcissistic piece of work that I've never met. And I work for a loan shark. I'd imagine that he's not a huge fan of you either. No, he's not. Anyway, in the end, it doesn't matter. Mr. Grinder will get paid and Plotz is gonna write the check. Well, that was very enlightening. Want me to delete this file, Chief? The file, Chief? Yes, please. A few seconds pass. Done and done. No need to worry about that anymore. That's very reassuring. Thanks, Blitz. Okay, let's take a bit. Whatever that is. An activation bit. Time to go find the socket to plug it in. Okay. What if I put it in here? Then this one opens up. Yeah, so far so good. This one will... Oh god, okay. So... This one... I was gonna say close this. We can put this here. Take this one. Run away. We can take this bit. So we have 2. Going there is easy. Like, we could literally do that now. But I want to go to the teller area because there's loot. Let's see. If we take this one. Okay. And that happens. But I bet if we click on here, this one will be blocked. And we can just take this bit. Aha! I mean, okay, wasn't that difficult either, so... It was literally just, there's one option to place one. Where could I possibly have to put it? I wonder. Okay, let's open the teller area door for extra loot. I'm here now. Hi, here now. I'm Dad. Welcome in, Salo. Your comlink crackled to life. Hey, Chief! I just cracked open a security door somewhere in your area. It might be worth checking out. Will you please tell him to concentrate on the job? We're here to settle his debt, not to hunt for souvenirs. Alright, Blitz, we'll look into it. Great. He's like, damn it. Hope you're doing well, Salo. No problem, Chief. Great if you appreciate it. I just take all of them, even though I only need 2. Run! Run! Unless this one closes, but I don't think it should. Yeah, I was gonna say. The sounds are so sweet and definitely do not hurt my ears. I mean, they don't, but... Alright. You're clear in the secured area. Keep your eyes open, Chief. There's a tiny chance that you might bump into some physical security from here on out. Other than the crazy guy in the server room, you mean? Yeah, other than him. You said there wouldn't be any security in this building. Azenkam sounds tired. Easy in, easy out, no security. That's what you told me, told Mr. Grinder. Those were exact words. Yeah, well, the situation has changed a bit. Look, I'm not saying that you will hit security, I'm just saying that you might. So just keep your eyes open and lower the next firewall, okay? We'll keep our eyes peeled. Open the door, give me the loot. La 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 la. La 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 la. A grenade launcher. Alright. Well, let's send it to my stash. Okay, anyone got any idea what the freaking password could be? Oh, more doors are open now. Maybe we do find it. Desk 1, 2, 3, 4. You're so right. Maybe it's just plots. We will just try plots. You find a sheaf of banking information. The data in this paperwork all points to Meat Grinder, and contains a long list of financial transactions and known associates. The whole thing is enclosed in a manila file folder labeled plots. For once, Hasenkamp doesn't complain about the detour. When he sees the information in front of you, he stops dead in his track. Why would plots have Meat Grinder's financial records? To steal from him, most likely, but these records, they don't make any sense. Care to explain to the rest of us? The accountant frowns, staring at the paper printouts in front of him.
I know Mr. Grinder's books. I tend them for him. And I'm telling you, what I'm seeing in here doesn't add up. Okay, but like, in what way? I'm seeing projections of future profits in here that run way outside the scope of what our organization brings in annually. I don't know how Plots got his hands on this information, but it couldn't be any more wrong. Maybe there's something going on that you don't know about? Could Grinder be working a deal under your nose? Something he wants to keep you insulated from, maybe? No way. That would be financial suicide. Mr. Grinder is good at intimidating people and breaking kneecaps. When it comes to keeping the business running, I'm the man that he turns to. Have been for 12 years. Maybe you should ask Grinder about it when you got done with the run. Yeah. He glances back at the folder of information. A conflicted expression on his face. Maybe I should. Maybe you should take the fucking files with you, you idiot. Okay, so this would have just gotten us in here earlier, which would have done nothing. Plots. Let's try plots. In all caps. Enter a password. Oh, we can just bypass, but I want to know if it's plots. It's not. Oh, we bypass it. I hate this game. I absolutely hate this game. First we encounter a admin password where the password is admin. And now the password is 123456. Mind, the input field was alphanumeric, and I'm quite sure it didn't have a freaking maximum number of inputs. How am I supposed to... That's why... Yeah, your lead Hexor skills. You said only 1, 2, 3, 4. We're dealing with a winner here. Terminal, main, menu. Oh, let's search the computer. Whoa, 1 second. And that is done. A cursory inspection shows you that this computer has primarily been used to access a host of illicit matrix sites. Ooh, someone is accessing porn websites from work. Ignore the clatter, I'm sorry. While there is a full suite of office productivity software installed on the machine, it hasn't been opened in months. Sweet, something like that. Wow, Landberg Ring really needs to start keeping a closer eye on its employees. Especially, look at the positioning of everything. The dude is apparently looking at these all... First of all, this is a tiny monitor. Though maybe if it's on the Matrix, I guess they're being locked in. Like, yeah, what the fuck? I'm not surprised. It's only a matter of time before Plots runs this place into the ground. This was it. I hate it. I absolutely hate this game. Can I just cry, please? Is it okay if I just cry for this game being stupid? I mean, you know, it's funny, haha, but come on.
Come on. Really? Really? Okay, let's see. Okay, there's a dude over there. There's a dude over there. Everything is locked so far. Look sharp. Security doesn't something or another. I hate that they are so quickly gone. Well, guess we open this. Guess we go to the terminal. Disengage the second firewall. I don't know, you could be playing forward. I know! It's more about, like, just leave the text up a tiny bit longer. Disengage the second firewall. The button depresses with a meaty dunk. That's done it, Chief. Final firewall just went down. Should be clear to access that secure node now. Get to it then. Done and done. This will be easy as pie. You wait and see. And that's all fine and good, but be quick about it. There were some guards in the other room, and I don't want to be here if they decide to come exploring. Yeah, I'm on it. You two cool your jets. Let you know as soon as the vault doors open. And we will indeed not rush, because I'm quite sure that there's gonna be something. Like a fight, most likely. Come on. Where's the security? This screams like there will be security spawning in. Heck, vault door. Okay, but like, what about the other paths? Door control south. I cannot just use it? Okay, this will be later then, I guess. And this should be door control north then. Where I also cannot go. Hello, Exopol. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Hope work is manageable. It's the weekend soon, so that's good. We take it. This is the vault door control note. Unlock the vault door. Beep boop boop, beep boop boop boop, beep boop. There's another telltale crackle of static from your comlink. Blitz's voice fills your ear. Its tone is impossibly smug. Alright, Chief. It's the weekend soon. That's good. We take it. Yep, definitely. The vault's open and I'm suppressing the alarm. Easy as pie, just as I said. Yes, we're all very impressed. Now let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's do it. Vault terminal. Wow. Okay, automatic doors. I was like, why did the doors just close? As you approach the terminal, Hasenkamp steps forward. I will handle the transfer from here. Thank you. Why don't you let me take care of that? I don't think so, Chuckles. I don't trust you. He stares at you. My entire job here revolves around my making this transfer. That's why Mr. Grinder sent me. If you want Blitz off his hit list, you step aside. Fine, go ahead, but I'm watching you. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Hasenkamp fingers dance over the terminal's keypad. A progress bar winks onto the screen and rapidly climbs towards 100. Very good. Only one more thing that needs doing, and then we can get out of here. What one more thing? The deal was that we'd get Grinder's money transfer. We've done that. That took care of Blitz's debt to Mr. Grinder. Consider this the interest. Hey, whoa, hold up. I don't owe any interest. Grinder didn't say anything about interest. If you're grabbing things out of the safe deposit boxes, we want a cut.
Hasenkamp ignores him. Just wait here for a moment. For a minute, I'll be right back. Ooh, why should I care about it? Hasenkamp walks to the nearby safe and taps a code into the keypad. The door swings open. He reaches inside and pulls out a small plastic box, then taps the activator on his comlink. Yes, Mr. Grinder, the package is secure. That's right, I'm holding it right now. I have it in your hands within the next 15 minutes. The comlink crackles and Blitz whispers into your ear. That's bullshit, Chief. Alright, that box should be ours. This was our run. Do you even know what's in the box? Blitz? Well, no, but I still want it. Well, Blitz, what was the purpose of this run? To get me out of hot water with Meat Grinder, and Meat Grinder wants the box, right? Well, yeah, but nothing. I came out here to bail you out, not to get you a mystery box. Alright, Chief, that's the way you feel about it. I'll drop it. For now. Thank you. Blitz falls into a disgruntled silence. You can hear the soft murmur of Hasenkamp speaking into his comlink from across the room. Finally, he taps the power button and deactivates the device. Alright. The deal is done. Let's get out of here. I was gonna say. Upon approaching the vault door, two things become immediately apparent. One, when you stepped into the vault, the door sealed and latched behind you. And two, there's no obvious way to open it from where you're standing. Hey, Blitz. Open the door. Huh? What do you mean, Chief? The vault door, idiot. There's no way to open it from in here. You did account for that, didn't you? There's a long pause. Oops. Oops. I think I might have missed that detail when I planned this run through. In that case, oops is the understatement of the century. This isn't a small detail, Blitz. If you don't get that door open, we're going to die here. Let me get this straight, Blitz. You planned how to get us into the vault in excruciating detail, but didn't bother figuring out how to get us back out again? Yeah, that's the understatement. Easy there, Chief. Just cool your jets and let me get to work there on this. So figure something out. Don't you worry. Hasenkamp rubs his temple with a free hand. The other cradles the plastic box like a piece of fine china. I knew that something like this was going to happen. When Mr. Grinder told me that who I'd be checking in upon, I just knew it. Calm down, man. Let's go get us out of here. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Chief. I'll get you out of there. Just give me 2 more seconds. 1, 2. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz speaks again. His voice is strained. Alright, Chief. I think that I can see how to get you out of there. You just give me a go-ahead and I'm gonna try something. But there's a catch. Of course, there is... What is it? Well, right now I'm keeping about 4 different alarms from triggering. No big deal, I can handle it. But I won't lie, opening that door is gonna be tough. It'll take a concentration. I don't think I can keep all 4 alarms locked down while I'm doing it. So you're telling us that in order to open the door, you're going to have to set off the alarm. Do I have that right? Well, technically you set off the alarm when you stepped into the vault. All I'm doing is keeping the alarm signals locked down so that they can't get out. And I might be able to release the lock fast enough to catch the alarms before they sound, but I can't guarantee it. How reassuring. Well, don't worry about it. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad. But like, don't worry about it, Blitz. I've got this. And just bypasses the door. The door slides open with a hiss. No alarm sounds. Well, yeah, that works too. Why didn't you just do it in the first place? I don't know, honestly. But it was hilarious. That was great. Just like, hey dude. You hear a loud thunking sound. A heavy-duty maglog clicking shut. The little light above the exit door goes from green to red. Blitz, I'm detecting a pattern here. Yeah, Chief, I'm getting right to it. On it. What a goddamned train wreck. There's another long pause, the tension mounts, then your comlink crackled to life again. Okay, Chief, I figured out how to get you out. You're gonna have to release a couple of locks. You can find the controls in the rooms in the north and south of your current position. But in order to get to those, I'm gonna have to hold the doors open for you. Oh, to hell with that, I'll just force the doors on my end. Hey, if you want to do it that way, don't let me stop you. We could probably even do it together. You tackle one door and I'll take the other. What about me? When I've opened my door, I'll need you to run in and release the lock. Then get back out. Once we've released both locks, you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'll lock the place down behind you. He glances down at the plastic box in his arm, then nods. I can do that. So you'll take one door, I'll take the other, and Hasenkamp will run interference? Got it. That's right. Once we've released both locks, you need to get out of there as soon as possible. I'll lock the place down behind you. Oh, and Chief, you're about to have some more company in there. He readies his weapon. Wonderful. God damn it. Blitz, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. Oh, you will have some company too, you absolute moron. What does he have? Erosion, medic, blaster, AoE. We like AoE. Yeet! Nice. Hey, you have to walk like maybe to here. And then you can cover these three. There we go. 3 of them cannot move. That's good. And you run forward, because you're an exploder bob. So you want to do just that. Exploder bob. Oh. Oh. At least he took a hit, I guess. Shoot this guy, please. Shoot this guy, please. Shoot this guy, please, I said. There you go. Nice. 50% chance and still hit somehow. Okay. We pump ourselves full with adrenaline. We aim at you. We take this full cover. You, sir. You shoot this guy. Perfect. And then you go over here and take cover. Oh, you missed. Ow, you have a shotgun. That's not nice. Go here. Get blasted. Come on. Get blasted. Nice. Good. Run. There's some more. Get blasted. And then I started blasting. You go like here. And shoot. Never mind. Oh, there goes his program. Heal yourself, please. And then hide behind this wall. What if I do this? 40% chance. You're blinded. Take that. And get knifed. You run up to here. And just shoot this nerd. Very nice. Now this guy has to move, which means he has to use movement. This guy, okay,
He likes us very much, apparently. We'll ignore everything there for a second. Ow. I didn't heal myself. Which sucks. Go here, please. Then attack. Nice. Oh, this is the one that deals, like, damage over time. Okay. Heal yourself. Good. AoE. Why can I not shoot the AoE anywhere? There we go. Found it. And then another shot, which misses, of course. Okay, you shoot this guy. Very nice. You shoot this guy. Also very nice. We aim at you. We miss, apparently. Throw a knife. Not move. Throw another knife. Less AP. Good. Ow. We throw this at you. There you go. And then we just shoot you normally. We just shoot you normally. There we go. And then we hack this node. I've accessed the door control. Say when and I'll force it for you. Once it's open, you've got to get in there and release the southern lock from the control panel. Hold on, we aren't in position yet. Okay, so he will have to wait a bit and turn again. You're still... Oh, come on. There we go. This should take him out. Very good. Go here. Oh, fuck. From behind. Ooh. I did not think of that. Does he need to do both? Okay, hack the door. We're ready. Force it. Okay, you go in there. You have medical supplies. Go in there. Activate the thing. We will throw a grenade at you two. And then we will run over here for better cover. Ow. Oh, shaman. Oh, that sucks. Ow. Okay. That's not nice. You take these. Send it to the stash. Confirm your reload. Run out as fast as you can. Well, almost. Throw another grenade. That misses, but hit this guy, so that's not too bad. Can do this. Okay. I need to heal. And then I will run away to over here. You can go here and shoot this guy. Nice. Run over here, please. This guy is still there. Hooray! I'll be the shooty clicky clicky. You know, I think we're doing okay. Could be worse, could be better. So pretty much like always. Die. Ow. just healed myself. How? I said I just healed myself. What do you mean? Oh, well. Let's hope that that didn't kill me. But instead missed me. Oh. Wait. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, take that. Take that. And then we go here for some cover at least. And then double hit. Nope. Okay. We are really in not the best situation, are we? But we can take drugs. You shoot and hit this guy, please. Thank you. Then we will do this. We'll pin him down. Hopefully. Nice. And you will... Honestly, I don't care about your equipment. You just heal me. Oh, you can't. That sucks, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You can throw a grenade. Honestly. Yeet! It's not on my... Oh. Oh, there goes my one revive thingy that I had. Blah 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 blah, not yet. Shut up, Blitz. You're in the easy position, so... Grr, my item... Just die, asshole. Oh, and it got rid of my... It got rid of my adrenaline, because I went down. That poops. Oh, anti-drones. Okay, nice. Love it. Come on, just end your turn. There we go. What's your chance of hitting up there or there? Not that high. What if you go here? 68%, we take it. Nice. 2 of them with 1 grenade. My guy. Okay, you cannot move. That's also very good, honestly. You just keep standing there, my guy. Let me end his turn. Beep, 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 beep. We go here. You can shoot some more. What even are you? Oh, you're a captain. But Captain Less. Doesn't make any sense, but... Oh, fuck. I just gave the enemy a free turn. Because this thing takes for fucking ever to, like, actually end his turn. Or he has just 5 of them. Just... Dang it. Oh, you're no longer marked. That would do it. Hey, do you want to heal me? Oh, he also healed. And they have a grenade. Ow! I think he does just have 3 turns. Okay. Take this. Take this. And you... There we go. Okay, thank some other door just open? Okay, do it. Do it. Get to the chopper. I will take drugs. I will aim in this direction, because that's probably where they come from. I will first grab the thingy-majig. I will aim in this direction. I will click here. That's done it. Chief, bail out of there. Once you're both made it into the next room, I'll lock the door behind you. That should buy you a few seconds at least. Yeah, I don't know. There's most likely enemies in the next room. Here, use the thing that you just got on me, because I need hit points. Thank you. We go here. Oh, never mind. They're over there. Okay, you open the door. So you just have more hit points than me right now. I currently cannot do anything. You run over here. This door should close. Very good. There's a loud burst of static from your comlink. That takes care of that. All locked up tight, and you should be clear to make your exit. Thank God for that. I hate to admit it, Blitz, but you did good back there. Hey, thanks, Hausenkamp. Yeah, you too. Now you two ready to get out of there? Do you even have to ask? Alright, let's see what we can do about that. A long pause, then Blitz's voice crackles out of your PDA speaker. Head for the front door this time, though, not the alley. What? Just go with me on this one, Chief. The door that you came in through is no good. You want to go out the front. There's a terminal that I'll need you to access. One more button to press. To do that, and we're home free. Alright, the front door it is. Good, and make sure that Hasenkamp comes with you. Gotta make sure that box makes it back to Grinder. I know. The front door is probably over here. Yes, it is. Beep beep boop boop. Ah. This must be the terminal that Blitz wanted you to use. The screen is badly scratched and the casing is cracked, but the design tells you that it was originally part of the bank's security system. Come on, let's get this show on the road. We're almost out of this godforsaken place. Well, you're halfway right. Casino Go is almost out. You, on the other hand, won't ever leave this building, you son of a bitch. Let's... What the hell? Oh, we'll say nothing, sure. You should tell your friend that this isn't funny, and it sure as hell isn't smart. Don't listen to him, Chief. Hasenkamp is planning on screwing you. I've had a bot digging up intel on the man ever since you stepped into the building together. Let me tell you, he is not trustworthy. Hasenkamp sneers. Says the man who ratted out his own gang. To hell with this, I'm leaving. I wouldn't, if I were you. You seen a go? There can kill you with the press of a button. I can? Well, more accurately, he can give me control of these auto turrets with a press of a button, and then I can kill you. Hasenkamp stops, looks you in the eyes. But he wouldn't do that, would he? Well, it all depends on what Blitz has to tell me. Get this, Chief. That son of a bitch isn't really an accountant. He's an assassin. The Grinder's second in command to boot. Making people disappear in his jaw is his job, you see no go. No way Grinder would have sent him if he intended to let you walk out of there alive. Thank you for the hat pat. That's true, Hasenkamp. The bit about my place in Mr. Grinder's organization? Sure. But the part about me killing you? No. I intend to walk out that door, give the box to Mr. Grinder, and
go home to my family. Like I said. Why the lie? Why tell me you're an accountant? It wasn't a lie, I am an accountant. And I'm here in that capacity at Mr. Grinder's requests. An edge of irritation creeps into his voice. People can be more than one thing, you know. Don't let him sweet-talk you, Chief. Push the button and let me blow him away. You see no goal. Listen to me. Your pal is this thief, and a killer and a rat. That was the guy with the mega HP, right? He had like 92 hit points, yeah. You push that button and I'll die, sure. But Mr. Grinder is waiting for me. And he's waiting for this box, and you don't want that kind of trouble that's gonna come your way if I don't get it to him. By all rights, that box should be ours, Chief. This was our run. Grinder can't have the money and the box. That's just unfair. I'm sure you will be able to talk your way out of this. I mean, we could just let him go, from what I gather. See what I mean? That's what this is all about. He wants the box. He doesn't even know what's in it. But he's willing to kill an old man for it. How is that not sending up red flags for you? I'm telling you, I work for a loan shark and I wouldn't feel safe around this guy. I think that there's something else going on here. I think that we've all been set up. Azencamp blinks. Explain. I think that your boss is in bed with the Landenberg ring. I think that he's the silent partner that we read about. An astonished chuckle erupts from the old man. Mr. Grinder, working with plots, are you high? No. No, I'm that serious. I've known Grinder for 12 years, and I'm telling you, he would never work with that son of a bitch. Besides, if that were true, why would he have sent me in here to help you rob the place? Well, I'm guessing that he wants you out of the way. You're his second in command, right? Are you familiar with the phrase, killing two birds with one stone? Don't get cute with me, you see no go say what you mean. He isn't being cute, jackass, he's accurately describing the situation. Obviously, Meat Grinder wants you out of the way. Throwing around words like obviously doesn't make them true. Why the hell would Mr. Grinder want to get rid of me? I run this business, for God's sake. That's why, my dude. I don't know, man, but one thing I can tell you. Somebody gave Plots that info on us. And UC No Gold's name was on that list. Now tell me. Other than you, me, and Grinder, who even knew that he'd be coming here tonight? And why wasn't Grinder's name on Plots' kill list? Azencamp falls silent, but his mouth curls into a frown. We also found those financial projections, remember? The ones that showed a massive increase in Grinder's future profits. His voice comes out flat, disbelieving. Those were fake. Or they were real and your boss is cutting you out of whatever he has planned. No, no way. Shakes his head firmly. Mr. Grinder wouldn't do a thing like that, not to me. I think that Grinder has gotten tired of competing against the Landenberg ring. And I think that he and Plots are planning a merger. It's that business acumen of yours. What happens when the only two providers of a service merge together? They form a monopoly. You're saying that Mr. Grinder and Plots, they're joining their business together, man. Read between the lines. It's actually not a bad scheme. Did this game come out before or after the dating site? I don't know. I have no idea when Grinder came out. I would guess before. Because this came out in 2000... I saw it before I started the game. This game came out in 2014. Then again, I also had no clue when... Wait. Grinder has been around since 2006? What? No way, right? Or do you mean the game? No. What? See, I have no clue. To me also, like, Roblox only came out in, like, during the pandemic. But apparently it has been around for much, much longer. I just don't know when things... According to who is, it was registered in 2006. Damn! It's been around 20 years? Jeez! Wait, which one was Grindr again? Grindr was the one for gay people to hook up with, right? As far as I remember. There's just too many apps that do the same thing, just slightly different or with a slightly different purpose. Because let's be fair, Netflix at some point was a dating web app, and then people were like, yeah, but what if we just use it to meet up people who we can boink? And maybe date. Like, and then Grindr was like, okay, no, then there's one that is even more on the nose than not Netflix. I mean, what am I talking? What do I mean? There's one dating thingy. That's like swipe left, swipe right. I'm blanking on the name right now. Anyways, that one came out. Tinder. It was another Yeah, Tinder came out and was like, hey, we're a dating like app. And people used it to find people to hook up with. And I think then, I don't know if it was Grindr, because I think Grindr is mainly for gay people. Or maybe it was only now. But I think there was then one that was like, okay, we're just gonna not pretend that this is for dating. This is just a hookup website, like, app. I don't know, like, there's so much stuff going on. It's actually not a bad scheme, come to think of it. The ring tricks idiots into taking out predatory loans, and Grindr shows up to collect. You get the irony of what you just said, right? Sure, I get it. And you get that your boss is cutting you out of this operations, right? I'm sure that the Londonberg ring has plenty of accountants. Grindr wouldn't need you anymore. Wake up, man. Grinder's in bed with plots. I don't want to share the sheets with you. Yeah, they won't need you anymore. There's a long pause. Hasenkamp stares at you, then processing what you've just told him. He opens his mouth to speak, then closes it again. From what you've told us about plots, he wouldn't want you in the picture either. There's bad blood between you two, right? Hasenkamp's face has gone ashen. He nods dumbly. Yeah, there is. All seems pretty clear-cut to me. Well, he glances down at the plastic box, cradled in his arms. Son of a bitch. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz breaks the silence. So, I guess that means that we're all on the same team now, right? He nods again. Yeah, that's right. And as a show of good faith, I'll tell you, your pal was right. Grindr sent me here to see that the transactions went through smoothly, yes. But he also wanted me to kill you. Told you. Damn you. Well, to be fair, you were on a job, the same as we are. Can't understand that. Thanks. I was hoping you would. For what it's worth, you have nothing to fear from me now. I didn't want to kill you in the first place, and now that I've, tendered my resignation, there's only two people who need to worry about me shooting them. Just to be clear, I'm not one of the two people, am I? No, Blitz, you're not. When we get out of here, I have the score to settle with Plots and Grindr. And believe me, I will settle it. Speaking of which, can we talk about how we're going to get out of here? Yeah, of course, Chief. If you will do me the favor of pushing that button, I'll activate the security doors. That's all you're gonna do, right? I'm trusting you have here. Of course, man. You've got nothing to worry about from me anymore. Push the button. It's cool, Eisenkopf. You can trust him. Absolutely, because I'm trustworthy. Now, we'll just activate those security doors and... His voice cuts off. There's a long pause, punctuated by crackles of static from your comlink. Blitz? His panicked voice punches through your comlink speakers. There's somebody else in here with me, Chief. Another Decker. And you've got incoming at your local... The voice cuts to static. Get ready, Eisenkopf. We're about to have company. Yay! Oh, and of course the ones that we're standing next to are the ones that are aggro against us. Oh, I fucking hate it. Oh, fuck. The intruder's avatar shimmers in the cold ambient glow of the bank's matrix hub. He sneers at Blitz and his hands close into fists. Who the hell are you, my man? I could ask you the same. You're in my banking system, you little bastard. What? My name is Plots. I run the Landagring. That makes this bank and everything in it mine. That means that you and your friend are trespassing, and that means that neither of you is going to make it out of here alive. I'm shaking my boots, man. I mean, seriously, how old are you, by the way? Because you look about 40. The banker's face is overtaken by a menacing smile. Oh, I'm still spry enough to rule in your day, punk. Your ass is mine. He should have had a German, accent, but that would have been boring. Oh, nice. I can do this again, and then I can shoot this at you. And then I can run up here for turret 1, at least. 73 is the best I can get right now. Then you go here. For some cover. Ow! Frick. Wait, these things can also activate stuff. What the shit. Run. Okay, so we're playing Ortello here a bit. In the open. Attack. Don't mind. 50% chance. Come on. How much hit points does he have? What the heck? Okay, we will run here. And we will shoot you with an erosion as well. Okay, dang it. Stop healing him. Rude. Okay. Oi. Okay. At least we kind of got a more decent position now. Do we have grenades still left? No, I used them because I wasn't... Wait, he has things. Watch the target with reflective laser light, makes it easier to hit. Huh. Okay, no. Do that then, please. And then... shoot. Okay. We go here, because I don't want to get hit. None of them are next to each other. Oh, one of them kind of is, but... dang it. Okay, I'm not quite sure what they're doing, but... Ow. I don't feel they know what they're doing. Or I don't think they know what they're doing. More like, ow. Okay,
Okay, we need to get some turrets back, because this ain't fun. Let's go here. Let's chuck this thing over there. And miss horribly, that sucks. Okay, he also missed. That's good. This guy is going there. Okay, how about if I go here? And if I just chuck this in your face, my dude. And then I heal myself. Just probably overheal, but... Now? Yeah, definitely. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like what you're doing there, my dude. So, we will try to take care of you at least a bit more. Nice. Okay, okay. We're back to one-on-one. And he's clearly focusing more on me. I have 2 thingies now. Reduced accuracy. Okay, good. He's about to be dead. Hopefully. Okay. Shoot this guy in the head. Shoot this guy just normally, please. I think the auto turrets confuse the enemy, which is good for me. Okay, long range with a shotgun. Interesting choice. Go, my own auto turrets. Go. Okay, you run like here. Then do this. Okay, he heals himself. We have taken a lot of damage, but we can also heal ourselves, so screw him. Then we will run up here. Oh dang, why can you summon another one? No, that's bullshit. I didn't say that that's okay. What do you mean? No, no, you can't. Not enough. But we can get closer to there. So we will run over here because we are probably... Yeah, he fucking died. Mission failed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Load last save. Okay, so what did we learn? We learned that both the summons can also activate shit. Which I didn't know. But that's good to know. And we learned to not heal too early, because he deals about as much as I can heal with like one attack. Okay, so we go here. Oh wait, how's my situation looking? I have 4 karma, I cannot do shit with that. Okay. We have to do the whole conversation again, but that's okay. Can I also go here first? Then click this? Yeah. Okay, blah 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 blah, say nothing, blah 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 blah. I can. It all depends on what he has to say. That's true. Why lie? I think I've been set up. Blah blah blah. I'm dead serious. Killing 2 birds. We'll do everything as we did before. What happens? Grinder wouldn't need you anymore. It all seems clearly cut to me. We're on the same job. Speaking of which, how can we get out of here? Push the button. Blitz, what happens? And for some reason I cannot save now. But then you are going to die again. No. I mean, we're not going to do everything exactly the same. Okay. So we can run here. Not enough AP. True, that costs 4. We can run here and summon our attacker here. And the attacker can run and get the auto turret 1 at least. Fuck, he just had to hit me. Okay, well, that's okay. I can do the same, and I can hit him too. And then I can run here and activate this turret. So for the moment, we have all 4. And then I can go here and see if. Okay, shit. I cannot reach anyone. Just go over here. Intercept this guy. Ow. Okay, yeah, this isn't going great so far. This is not going great. But it's okay. We will manage. We will manage. I declare that we will manage. Go here. The thing is, he got very lucky this time, so that sucks. Okay. You go here for 1. That's good. We'll just fight for this one. Okay. Less than 50% chance to hit an enemy that's right in front of you. Amazing. This is exactly like freaking XCOM. Standing in front of a guy, not being able to hit them. It just works. Okay, we use the adrenaline. We go here. We will aim at this person. It hit a lot of people. Nice. You go. Cannot click there. Game. I swear to God. Huh? No. I mean, kind of. No. No. Please. Game, just let me go where I want to go. Just because there's an icon in front of it. Oh. Sometimes I get it. For like a short moment. I just need to click fast enough. Go behind here, sure. I don't care anymore. Use this to designate the grenadier as a target. But first, shoot the rigger. Fuck. Okay. Armor damage. No, we don't like that. It could be worse. They're focusing on the turrets for now. Get fucked, everyone. All your turrets are belong to me. Nice. And then we shoot you. We shoot you. Never mind, we don't. Yeah, well, we hit one of them. That's good. Okay, he had to use his heal. He cannot heal for like, I think 3 turns. That's good. That means we can go here and take care of this thing. This doesn't... Ooh. 58% chance, I take it. Attack him, nice. Attack him again, nice, okay. We lost this guy, but that's okay. That's okay. We will have to use our heal. We will shoot this thing at him. Good, 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 good. Nice. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Flanked, wounded, medium, enforcer. Where's the grenadier? I don't like the grenadier. They suck. That didn't do much, to be honest, but that's okay. There we go. Cannot move. You cannot do that again. Honestly, wait, what is your... Just out of interest. Okay, yeah, no, you have no points in melee, so... Funnily enough, in throwing weapons though, so you can throw grenades. Shoot this guy, please. Thank you. And then shoot this guy, please. Nice. Okay, perfect. See, I told you I'm not gonna die this time. Not even. I shouldn't praise the day, believe me. I was gonna say not even close, but I better shut up. Oh. Game. I was gonna say, I swear to God. I swear to God, if the game had crashed in that moment, I would have just... Plots is down, and all 4 turrets are back under my control. Go to town, Chief. Got you covered. We've had them under control most time. Good job, man. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Good job. Throw. Better aim. Eat. Never mind. Phew. Free reload. Phew, I said. Oh. Oh, fuck, you have a grenade. Why do you have a grenade? Yeah. Just get obliterated. Easy. And now? What are we waiting for? Honestly, I don't know. Oh! There's more! Ah! Get fucked. Wait, why are you not shooting? Yeah. Get them, my turrets. Get them. Yeah, nice. Enforcer, Conjurer. Okay, fuck you, Conjurer. Okay, and then we shoot the Conjurer in the head. Yeah, guys, all positions for you suck, so don't even try. You ran into a room of your own volition with 4 auto turrets. You will not have a good time. So, is my adrenaline pump? Not, oh, it's not running right now. Die. There we go. And then, hey buddy, why are you hiding? Stop hiding. Oh fuck. Oh no. Ooh. Where's that one? Dang it! Still hit me. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Okay, we will go here. So we can throw you knives in the butt. Never mind. Never mind, we're not. You can shoot me lead in the butt though. Ow! From both sides even. Ow! Not nice. Not nice at all. Stop that. Yeah, take that. Prick. There we go. Then we proper aim at you. Aha. Ow. I said nothing. Stop shooting me. I'm supposed to shoot you. Here. You're marked. Never mind. You're not. Psych, you are. 50% chance, to be fair. Not that high. Not that high odds to actually hit someone, but we take it. Nice. Ow. Okay. We're just gonna keep doing this. 27% chance. This thing is not really worth it, is it? Like, the chance to actually freaking like blind someone, not that high. The gunfire dies down and the smoke clears. You and Hazenkam find yourself staring at one another, a room stacked with corpses. Well, that takes care of that. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have to take care of Mr. Grinder. He tosses something to you. Reflectively, you snatch it out of the air. The object feels smooth and warm to the touch. It's a grenade. The object feels smooth and warm to the touch. It's the plastic box that Hazenkam was pulling out of the safe deposit box. Can you imagine? My former employer won't be needing this anymore. Give it to your pal, Blitz. I'm sure that he can find a use for it. Hey, alright. What does it do? Beats me. For all the connections on the bottom, it looks like it was made to plug into a cyberdeck. Beyond that, I'm as in the dark about the thing as you are. All I know is that Grinder wanted it, and should be good enough for the red-haired disaster. Anyway, I've got things to do. I should get to them. If I hurry, I can have Grinder dead in a dumpster and still get home in time to read the grandkids a story. What about plots? Never did like the man. I'll give him a chance to scurry away. Let him get his hopes up for the day or two. We killed him in the Matrix. He should be dead, no? Then I'm going to chuck his ass into a wood chipper. Good luck. Don't need it. But thanks anyway. He turns to leave. You did good, you see no go. You ever get tired of running the shadows? You come see me. I could find a place in my organization for a man like you. I'll keep it in mind. Yay! We survived and we only used like what? 2 grenades, 1 or 2 heal packs, a full revive? God damn it. The ride back to the Kreuzberg is a lonely one. The train car smells a little better than the one you rode in on. It isn't great, but at least it doesn't leave you gagging. Still, things are looking up. You've helped Blitz pull himself out of hot water, and with any luck at all, you'll never have to set foot in Torgenkippe again. After a long, boring trip, the car rattles to a stop. The doors slide open. You're home. Hooray! We live! Ain't to karma! Hooray! Okay.
Blitz, I swear to God. You better have now good stuff. Oh, hey Chief, you're back. You've got the box, right? He takes an eager step towards you, his hand extended. Give it here, if you please. Not just yet, Blitz. First, we need to have a chat about that whole meat grinder fiasco. Yeah, okay, sure, we can talk about it. Do a little post-mortem on the OP, that sort of thing. Tries on a smile. For my part, I'd say that went great. I mean, mission accomplished, right? All's well that ends well and all that. In the future, we're going to let Amze do the planning for things like this. He's good at it. That's an interesting way of putting it. No, we're gonna let Amze do the planning. Yeah, that's fair. He's had a lot of experience at planning this sort of thing. Shuffled his feet. One advantage of being an old guy, I guess. So, what... Was there anything in specific that you wanted to go over? He drums his fingers on the table. Go on, I'm all ears. The vote door. The one that you forgot to account for? Was that really an accident? His mouth drops open. Of course it was, Chief. I'm shocked that you'd even ask. What do you think? That I purposely strand you in a bank vote? I mean, what kind of asshole would I have to be to do that? If that wasn't part of your plan, then it was an oversight of epic proportions. You can see how that isn't much better, right? Oh, come on, Chief. Like you've never made a mistake. Look, you can lambast me all you like. Aside from that one little detail, the plan was perfect. I'm proud of my performance in there. It sounds like you're in the clear with Hasenkam. Do you still have any other debts that need to be worried about? Nah, nothing worth mentioning, and I mean it this time. You've been making good money, and I've paid off everyone else already. Got nothing more to worry about from me. Sure, have the fucking box. You've earned it. You certainly didn't, but have it anyways. Alright. Thanks, Chief. Blitz turns the box over in his hands, a huge grin on his face. Let's plug this puppy in and see what it does. With a series of deft motions, Blitz pop the plastic covers on an unused expansion slot in the cyber deck and slides the mystery box home. A recessed LED light in the box goes from red to green. Recessed, not recessed. He boots up the deck, staring at the code that scrolls across the integrated display. The fact that he's supposed to be a hacker or a decker, and he just has this object that he doesn't know what's on it, and he just plugs it into his main, effectively, computer. Oh my god. Huh? Oh, this is weird. The data hard-coded onto this thing is jam-packed with comlink software. Looks like it has protocols for all of the major brands. Sysadmin level tools too. There's something else. What do you see, Blitz? Slowly a smile spreads across his face. This thing is a master key for communication systems. With this box plugged into my deck, I could hack the comlink of just about anyone in the same room as me. How's that useful? Use your imagination, Chief. Just about every security goon in Berlin is wired to a comlink system of some kind or another. I can hijack those comms, and I can cause all sorts of confusion in the ranks of on our runs. This is one hell of a toy. I can see why Grinder wanted it. Well, I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Give it to me. Yeah, Chief, he grins. Me neither. Was there anything else you want to talk about? Or can I start playing around with this thing? Okay, can we talk about something else? How's the Emily thing going? Any luck with the search? Yeah, actually, I made some headway for the first time in a year. Got a solid lead. I thought I'd looked everywhere. Between my contacts and myself, we scoured all of M's old haunts, both in Meat Space and the Matrix. What I'd never thought to do was dig for clues in my own cyber deck. Seems so obvious now, but back then I couldn't see it. I mean, she was running from me, right? So Why would she leave any breadcrumbs for me to find? Anyway, I did some housekeeping and I discovered something. On the morning that Emily disappeared, some information vanished from my cyberdeck as well. She did a good job of covering up her tracks, but I can see the signs. She grabbed the file and ran. End of story. What kind of data are we talking about? No idea, Chief. I grabbed it on a lark when me and Emily were goofing around in the Matrix. The file was encrypted all to hell and I never could get it open. I only took the damned thing because she told me not to. She said that security would be too tight and I'd get myself killed. But I waltzed on in there and took it, all the same. You should have seen me, Chief. It was a thing of beauty. Don't think I've ever been as much on my A game as I was that day. It's where did they get this data from? Corporation database, you know, no big deal. Tell me which corporation, Blitz? You know, no one important. Blitz continues smiling at you for a few seconds, then looks away. I stole the file from As Technology. A tinge of red crawls into Blitz's cheeks. He shuffles his feet. In hindsight, I might not have been the best idea. You think? Yeah, I guess Emily wasn't too impressed either. Our only real big fight was over that stupid file. Anyway, time passed. Eventually we made up and laughed the whole thing off. Or at least I thought we did. Truth be told, I forgot all about it until I realized that the data had gone missing. Alright, so love of your life took away your encrypted file and bailed on you. What are you gonna do about it? I don't know, Chief. This whole incident has me thinking a lot of things. Rethinking a lot of things. What if she took the file to protect the Aussies? What if she's with them? Gotta admit, this has me worried. I'm even more torn up now than I was before. He meets your gaze and you can see the concern gnawing at him. I don't know what to do, but I'm open to suggestions. If she hacked your deck, can't let her get away with it. Your reputation is at stake. I'm your team leader, not your relationship counselor. Get ahead of in the game and stop worrying about your ex. Got a direction to look in now. If I were you, I'd get back into the Matrix and find her. Your ex did you a favor. If the Aussies hadn't come after you yet, they probably aren't going to. So drop it and move on. Go on, find her. I don't care about you anyways. Who am I kidding? You're right. I won't be able to stop thinking about this until I found her, so I might as well keep trying. Thanks, Chief. It's been a huge help. Yeah, best of luck. Let me know how it turns out. Hello, Chief. Thanks. He didn't say thanks, but I made him say it. Hey, can I talk with you? Also, let me first refill my inventory, because what the fuck? Grenade. Health kit. Then we probably have a trauma thingy. Do we have only a basic one here? Oh well, better than nothing. And then another advanced one. Confirm. Hey Grace, do you want to talk with me, please? Pretty please. I need something. I'd like to know more about that chrome you're sporting. That's not a story I'm interested in telling out of context. If I really want to get into it, we're going to need to go back. Way back. She stares at you with her cold, dead eyes. I'm not sure what you want. I'm not sure that you want to do that. You say you'll give me an answer when we talk about your past. So, let's talk about it. I guess today isn't doing the last side quest thingy, but like instead doing companion quest. Well, you said that you'll give me answers when we talk about your past. So, let's talk about it. Why do you care? There's no hostility in her voice. If anything, she sounds suspicious. I don't care, not particularly. I'm curious. Because I'm the leader of this team and I need to know as much as I can about the runners who are working with me. I feel none of this is a good one.
This is... Yeah, I need to know as much as I can. She pauses for a moment, considering, then she nods. Alright, fine, we can talk. But we're doing it on my terms. This is a long story, you see no go. Long and ugly and cruel. Are you sure that you want to hear it? Please. Alright, I'm going to start at the beginning, not for you, but me. I guess that it might help me to say all of this out loud. Yay, sharing is caring. You got this, baby girl. She takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. When she speaks, her voice comes out in a cool monotone. My family lived in Stuttgart. It was a nice enough place, I suppose. My parents worked as wage slaves for IFMU. Okay, so I guess she should have had the German accent as well the whole time, and her name would be Glory. Oh god, it might be Gloria. Anyways, she doesn't have an English accent. My mom was a good person. Once upon a time, my father was a decent person as well. That's what Mom always told me. But I never knew him that way. She pauses for a long moment. When she begins speaking again, some of the ice has fallen away from her voice. The first time since you met her, Glory sounds alive. The dad that I knew was an old, damaged Euro-war vet who turned to hardline religion to make sense of the world. In Stuttgart, that meant either the Ritter Christi or their fascist cousin, the Kreuzritters. My father chose the latter path. I still remember hiding in my room when my father had the Kreuzritter brothers over for prayer group. They would drink and get rowdy, then spend an hour or two riling themselves up with talk about heretics and the devil's work. Then they'd go find some poor elf or dwarf, stomp the living shit out of him, and drown him in the nectar. Oh, the Neckar. It's a river. Meanwhile, I'd be holed up at home with Mom, who would commemorate the event by drinking a bottle of wine and crying herself to sleep. Just elves and dwarves. I'd assume that a mage or an orc would make a more tempting target. I'd like to get my hands on your dad and his crusaders, see how they like pushing someone who can push back. I'm sorry, Glory. No child should have grown up around that. Thank you. You see no go. This is difficult for me. Thank you for making it easier. Oh, baby. Anyway, aside from the fact that my dad and his buddies were a bunch of murderous assholes, life was pretty normal. I went to school, made friends, hung out with my mom, kid stuff. Then I turned 14 and everything went to shit. Glory pauses, then swallows hard, ever so slightly, her cheeks flush red. Suddenly she looks self-conscious, as if she's just snapped out of a trance. As quickly as it came, the flush of emotion disappears, the voice frosts over. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Getting this stuff out is clearly helping you work through it. Keep going, Glory. This was just getting good. You don't need to say anything you don't want to, but if you ever want to talk, you know where to find me. We did save. I feel telling her to airing things out is helping her. Yeah. Yes, it is. Glory stares at you through cold, dead eyes. I'm not going to be able to get through this in one sitting. You need to understand that. She turns away from you, her movement mechanical. Now, let's get back to the job at hand, shall we? Oh, is that why we need to, talk to her more often? Oh look, she's, able to talk with us more properly now. For the first time since you met her, Glory's expression seems to brighten. It's subtle, but it's there. You're sure of it.
Also, I recently seen a video where someone pronounced subtle as subtle, and it was an English speaker, and it made me question whether or not I mispronounced it my whole life. But it's subtle, no? The B is silent if anything? You see no go. A pleasure as always. Need anything from me? I didn't know any better. Oh. I think you were warming up to me. She studies your face for a moment before responding. I suppose that you might say that. I don't talk to many people, you see no go. It doesn't seem to be worth the effort. I don't really feel much anymore. Not since... She caresses the chrome on her forearm with a hand made of articulate steel. This. That's true. Why are you still talking to me? I suppose because you've shown an interest. And because you haven't let me push you away. She locks eyes with you. Her expression is blank. I don't want to mislead you, Yusinogo. I still don't feel anything. Not warmth, or friendship, or even trust. But I can appreciate the effort you're making. You said things weren't bad when you turned 14. I'd like to keep hearing about that. She stares at you, her face expressionless. No, I'd rather not. Why not? Because I don't see a reason to. The memories are unpleasant, and dredging them up doesn't serve any real purpose. You're wrong about that. The last time we talked, it had an impact on you. That's reason enough to continue. She pauses a moment to consider your words, a troubled look on her face. I suppose that's true. Feeling discomfort is better than feeling nothing at all. Alright, here's the deal, Yusinogo. I'm going to talk, you listen. When I'm done, I'm done. No complaints and no arguments. And we'll see what happens. Deal? Deal. Right. The 1,000-meter stare creeps back into Glory's eyes. A moment later, she's locked away in her own head again, reliving memories that she'd long since filed away. So, a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express magically. You're magically active? She told us to just listen. Go on, Glory. There's another long pause and Glory becomes more animated. Anyway, I turned 14. I awakened. I don't even remember how my parents found out about it anymore. I think that my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage. Something like that. With everything that happened afterwards, those days are kind of a blur. What I do remember is my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch. A hexe, the German word for witch. He beat the living shit out of me with his fist, and then his belt, and then a claw hammer that he grabbed out of his toolbox. All the while my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer too. It's a miracle that you survived. I'm just lucky, I guess. So finally, after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped turning me up with a hammer. Broken ribs, a busted arm, couldn't see out of my left eye. My entire right side was covered with one giant bruise. I was bleeding all over the place, making a real mess of the carpet. The old bastard spat on me. His bleeding, crying daughter. He spat on me and told me that I was des Teufels Hure, the devil's whore, and he kicked me out of the house. I don't have to translate that because she did. As I was crawling away, my father told me that if he or any of his Kreuzritter brothers ever saw me again, they'd treat me as the Berlin chapter treats the enemy of God. If you're not familiar with how the Kreuzritters here in Berlin deal with heretics, it's decidedly less pretty than what my dad and his buddies did to their victims. I got the hint. The next morning, I hitched a ride out of Stuttgart. You were a human girl, presumably with an ID. Why didn't you go to a hospital? No, don't question things. Go on, Glory. I wound up in Tübingen. I figured I'd be safe enough. It'd be a safe enough place to find medical attention. And maybe a call to call home. It's not far from Stuttgart. It has a huge student community that I figured I could blend into. And the university there has a decent magic department. My ride dropped me off at the university hospital and they patched me up pretty good. Had some questions for me about how I got so beaten up, but I lied and told them that I'd been mugged, which played nicely into my complete lack of cash, credit, and identification. Lori pauses for a moment and looks down at the floor, then fixes her eyes on you. She's visibly tense. We're gonna fast forward through the next few years. I was a kid on the street. I got by as best as I could, doing whatever I had to. The rest we can leave up to your imagination. Good? Good. You did what you had to do. I'm no stranger to that myself. I don't think that anyone working in the shadows is. Of course. I only need to hear what you're comfortable talking about. Nothing more. Good. Laurie's clenched jaw relaxes somewhat and the tension drains out of her shoulders. Thanks. So anyway, I lived on the street for a few years, got used to being hungry all the time, got used to getting rained on, got by. I was painfully aware that I had magical talents, but without any kind of training or guidance, I didn't really know how to use or develop them. Truth be told, they scared me, so I more or less ignored them. So it just sort of went like that until a few days after my 17th birthday. Then I met Marta, and everything changed. Marta was a sweet girl. At first I took her for a sweet street kid like me. Her clothes were a little ratty, and she seemed comfortable being near me. But she also looked well fed and happy, and those were two things that I hadn't been in years. We started hanging out, and before I knew what was happening, I was in love. Aww. There was a genuine attraction between Marta and me, I think. But I also think that a lot of my affection for her came from the fact that she was the first person in years to give a damn about me. Probably, yeah. Or at least that might play into it, sadly. She cared, and I loved her for that. Laurie pauses. She looks flustered, her composure cracked. Keep going, Laurie. She stares at you for a beat, then nods. A few ragged breaths later, she continues. Marta told me about the place where she'd been hanging out. She invited me to join her there. It was called Feuerstelle, the fireplace, and it was sort of a commune for dispossessed youth. Turns out that a lot of the street kids I'd known over the years had moved there. The way that they disappeared, I'd assumed that they'd been kidnapped or killed, or had gone back to their parents, but there they were. I remember being kind of angry about it, like, how did everybody get the memo about this, but me? Marta calmed me down. She was good at helping me work through my feelings, and I wound up following her to Feuerstelle, a fireplace. I don't know if it was explained. To a street kid, it was basically paradise. The owner, a guy named Harrow, had set up this little farm just outside Tübingen in the Schönbuch forest. beauty oak. Also, a dude setting up a farm where street kids go. Oof. But no, that doesn't sound good. The Schönbuch is officially a nature park, but not many people go there nowadays. Too much fear of paranormal animals, I guess. Anyway, park or not, it was plenty big enough for us to hide in. It was also safe and pretty, and the farm was well stocked with food. Most importantly, Feuerstelle gave us a sense of community and stability that we'd never had on the street. And we loved Harrow for that. He became like a surrogate father to us. Glory pauses again, and you recognize the distinctive flush in her cheeks. She seems to have come out of her reverie once again. That's enough for now. I need to process all of this, and I don't want to continue forward until I've had the chance to do that. I know that this all happened years ago, but I guess it's still pretty raw to me. So I'm going to ask you to give me some space for a while. She turns away, and the frost begins to creep back into her voice. We can pick it back up later. Safe? Safe, I say. Hello. Glory's pallid face lights up at your approach. A genuine smile spreads across her lips. Go. Good to see you. You too, Glory. How are things with you? She pauses for a moment, considering. You know what? I'm happy actually, for the first time in a long while. I have to thank you for that. Are you ready to tell me about that chrome you're sporting? Be patient. Go. The explanation for that is coming. A look of unease flits across her face. I'm not sure that you're going to like it though. You needed time, and I gave you time. Ready to talk about Feuerstelle yet? Yeah. Glory looks troubled, more so than you've ever seen her before. Whatever memories she's dredging up must be exceedingly painful. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking forward to this. I haven't been looking forward to this. Whole different message. But, yeah. It's time. Go. Look. I'm going to tell you some things about myself that might change your opinion on me. It's entirely possible that you're going to hate me based on what's coming up next. I've accepted that. And if that's what happens, I sincerely believe that I deserve it. This is such a tough moment. For her and for everyone going through such things. For everyone who went through shit in the past, who feels they deserve to be judged for it, or that they judge themselves for it. But it's a very big step to talk to someone about it. And it's even if you don't talk about it, even just saying hey, I have this thing. I'm afraid you will hate me for it, but I would be willing, even if it's just a maybe or in the future, to tell you about it. And if you do hate me, that's a shame, but I accepted it, and I will accept the consequences. That is so good, because in their head, right? In her head, it is very likely, it is almost unavoidable that I will hate her after she tells me what has happened. But it also gives me, or anyone who gets told something like this by someone, the option to prove them wrong in a good way. To prove to them that they are not being judged in a bad way, that they deserve
goodness that people who care will not look down on them based on what happened in the past. That they will be accepted and loved despite everything. And I think that's great. She looks you in the eye, her expression grim. So tell me, are you sure that you want to keep pushing forward with this? This is important for you, Glory. After everything we've been through, I think that we both know that whatever you have to tell me, I'm ready to listen. I am. Thanks, you see no goal. Thanks for being a friend. So, when we left off last time, I just moved from the streets of Tübingen to the warm, inviting confines of Feuerstelle. Martha and I were happy there for a little while, and Harrow embraced me as a long-lost daughter. Also, I'm glad that the game allows me to do this basically speedrun mode, where I can just keep talking to her, because I would have had the option in the past. That's a good feature. Not that like, well, you should have talked to her after the first mission and then every time in between, but you didn't, so now you're missing out on all the bonus shit. No, just let me do it, like whenever. I should probably take a moment to talk more about Harrow. He's going to be an important figure in this story. I don't know what his age was. He seemed old enough to be paternal, but young enough to hang with the kids or something like a peer lever. Best guess I'd say he was in his mid-20s. He was handsome, well-built, with a neatly trimmed beard and thick brown hair. There was something else about him, something uncanny. Harrow had his charisma, his raw magnetic attraction that just made people latch onto him. I saw it over and over. All it took was a few words and a pat on the shoulder, and Harrow would have a new convert. Other kids in the farm followed him around like lost puppies. As much as I loved Marta, and as much as I thought she loved me, we forgot all about one another when Harrow was around. All that we wanted was to be close to him, to be part of his inner circle, and soon enough we were. For a girl of 17, it was all terribly exciting. Harrow had these rules of living that he would teach us. Rules about self-determination and the importance of disobedience. He led a cult, is what you're telling. He claimed to have taught classes at the University of Berlin. There are 3 universities of Berlin, which he painted as a mix between an earthly paradise and an anarchistic back playground. That doesn't, you know, make it more clear which one he might refer to. He told us how Feuerstelle would be the focal point of the new movement of the children of the fatherland. He told us that we were special. We ate it up, of course. We were kids. Yeah, definitely a cult. For those of us in the inner sanctum, Harrow would share even more. He had powers the likes of which I had never seen. Not my father's drunken fist, or my mom's childish experiments, but genuine, incredible power. He said that it came from the Horned God, an ancient deity that he venerated. He knew about my latent abilities right away, and he offered to teach me. Naturally, I accepted. I've heard of a Horned God. His followers have a poor reputation, especially among women. The Harrow is beginning to sound a lot like a cult leader. You're not wrong there, but it gets a whole lot worse than that. As soon as you'll see. Glory sighs. Hang with me, you see no goal. Rough waters ahead. Rough waters ahead, everyone. If it gets uncomfortable for anyone at any point, feel free to like zone out, tap out, move away. Take a bit of time. Hers is obviously more traumatic of a like childhood. So if anything, you know, like strikes too close to home or anything, make sure to look after yourself first.
So I became Harrow's apprentice. He taught me to channel magic and summon spirits. He taught me rituals and pagan traditions, Machiavellian philosophy and Nietzschean ethics. Oh yeah, those are fun. Above all, he taught me to connect with his horned god, and through it I learned power and arrogance. And it was all downhill from there. For the next few years, I lived at Feuerstelle at Harrow's, and as Harrow's enforcer and right-hand girl, was also his sometimes wife and concubine. But there was a distinction that I shared with all the girls in the commune, including my beloved Martha. I came to learn that she'd been his long before she met me, but by this point I didn't care. I'd embraced the rules of living. I was Harrow's creature through and through, didn't ask questions, and I walked the path that was in front of me. Yep, a quote. Other fun fact about those years, I learned cruelty. I had power now, and my new idol encouraged me to use it. Harrow did the same. Any children who didn't pull their weight were subjected to my tender mercies, and I was anything but tender. I took what I wanted rather than asking for it. I liked it. It was fun. I also came to learn that Harrow's horned god was not the Eichenfürst worshipped by throwback cults across Germany. It was certainly a god with horns, but it came from an altogether different tradition. Care to hazard a guess? I want to hear you say it. Satan, Lucifer, Old Scratch. In the magical active community refer to it as the adversary. Whatever you choose to call it, it's every bit as bad as it sounds. So my idol, the ancient deity that was feeding me my power, was the antithesis of everything that is right and good. And you know what? I didn't care. I need something to drink. My throat, or my mouth is getting dry. So give me just a second, everyone. Hydrate a bit. Also sit properly. And in general, take care and look after yourself. Oh god. I'm also gonna do a free stretch because I need it. Oh god, my shoulders are so tense. So I hope everyone is so far enjoying the much more in-depth story. Stretch. Grr. Crack my old bones. Do it, old man. I will. I'm doing it. I'll do an extra long stretch. Oh god. My shoulders were definitely happy about the stretching. Or like most of my back was. Okay. Yeah. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. You can hear me. Good. I didn't care. In our time together, Harrow and I committed more atrocities than I could count. At this point, I was onto all of his tricks. I knew that Feuerstelle was nothing more than a honey trap, carefully designed to lure local children into my master's clutches. What? No way. I knew that the kids who seemed resistant to Harrow's brainwashing techniques wound up fertilizing the garden. I knew that Harrow's entire manifesto was bullshit. And I knew that through it all, Harrow and the adversary were laughing, because I was laughing right there beside them. I don't want to pin the blame on my decision on anyone but me. That said, I would like to posit that my father's connection to the Kreuzritters might have helped him play into my willingness to serve the adversary. In my warped, indoctrinated little brain, I equated the church with evil, so the opposite of that, I figured, had to be, well, if not good, then at least not totally bad. I was kidding myself, of course. My new deity was the very definition of bad. Serving it made me bad. End of story. Go ahead, make your excuses. We all make our own choices in life. And when you choose to hurt innocent kids, my sympathy for you went right out the window. You can be mean to her. I disagree with you, Glory. I don't think that any of this was your fault. Harrow is the one who deserves the blame. I can't excuse the choices that you made, but I can understand why you made them. Yeah, I think this. That's big of you. You see no go. I generally mean that. Lori takes a moment to steel herself, then continues. Anyway, one day, Harrow invited me on a field trip to Stuttgart. Oh, did she get to kill her dad? Over the years that I was at Feuerstelle, the commune had easily doubled in size. It was thriving, all thanks to the efforts of Marta and the goats like her. Yeah, nothing like girls to bring more people in. That's how it still works with a lot of cults. Harrow would send the goats out to neighboring cities to lure in the street kids. Hello, Tiger. Hello, hello. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. To lure in the street kids that nobody would miss. He targeted children because they were easy to indoctrinate. Because nothing makes the adversary happier than the corruption of the innocent. As we drove out to pick up the new recruits, I was already planning ahead. It was a foregone conclusion that I would pay my father a visit. The irony of a group of Kreuzritters getting emulated by a genuine servant of the actual devil tickled me to no end. So, when Harrow stopped to fill up on diesel, I hopped out of the van and headed out on foot to my parents' place. I'm not well. How about you? Aw, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing better soon. I hope you can, like, you know, feel a bit better by just chilling here, getting some rest, maybe. Well, yeah, hope you get to feel better. Well, is it like physical not well, or like... Harrow wasn't overly concerned about my absence. I had long since reached the point where I could assert my autonomy, and he knew that I'd be back. I wound up at my folks' house sometime around noon. I could hear the adversary whispering in my ear, telling me what to do. I'd long since learned to listen to its voice. It always rewarded me with extra power when I did its bidding. It told me to knock, so I did. As the door opened, I could feel a torrent of flames welling up in the astral plane all around me. It told me to channel them into the doorway, into my father. So I did. You got a fever? You'd rather break my arm than be sick? No. But yeah, fever sucks. Do make sure to get a lot of rest. I know you probably in all of this have heard it a bajillion times. But yeah, get all the rest you need. Make sure to drink enough. Yeah, lots of water. Or if like this is something that like I drink when I'm sick with like fever. It's either for some reason it's cherry juice. Or it's tea with a bit of salt in it. The salt is there because you're sweating and you need electrolytes. You need to up your salt level to balance it out again. And like eat simpler food, like, you know, eat like yogurts or something like that. Nothing that needs heavy digestion because your body will most likely be busy with other things.
But yeah, you take care of yourself, and hopefully it gets better soon. No popcorn and beer. I feel that is a horrible combination for when you're sick with a fever. Oh my god. Just imagining someone with like 39 degrees fever sitting in bed with a pint of beer and a like bucket of popcorn. Jesus Christ. But of course, the person who opened the door wasn't my father. It was my mother. As I watched her flesh blacken and melt, as I heard her scream and I broke into hysteria, I heard the adversary laugh. You did say to have salt. Yeah. But like, not with like popcorn. Also, I said to have light meals that don't need a lot of, you know, digestive power, and I feel popcorn is the opposite of that. At that moment, I realized that it was laughing at me. I'm so sorry, Glory. Glory nods, a grim expression on her delicate face. Thanks. We're almost to the end now. Thanks for sticking with me. It was like a lever had been pulled all at once. The bubble popped. Yeah, it is light in physical weight, but not very light in digestive weight. I wasn't a powerful servant of the adversary. I was not Harrow's #1 girl. I was a ridiculous little fool who'd willingly tied her soul to the worst thing in existence. Realizing all of this was one thing. Actually fixing it was something else entirely. I knew that I had to get away from Harrow. That was the first thing to do so. So I bit my lip and did my best to ignore the happy babble of the new recruits on the trip back to Feuerstelle, and I managed to get through the ride without screaming. What does that even mean? Who decides that bread is the best food when you are sick? I don't even know if bread is the best food when you're sick. It depends on how you're sick. I think it is because it fills you decently, and because it is like a neutral food. I don't know. Ain't it soup or tea? Again, I feel it depends on what you're sick with. Like, if you have a stomach bug, yeah, you should eat Zwieback. Zwieback is good if you're like... But I think that's because it comes... it's been so long since I had Zwieback, but it was definitely the go-to, like... when I was a child and I got sick. I mean, soup and tea is good. I think Zwieback... Again, I feel it depends on like how your stomach is doing while sick. But you reminded me, I got tea. Nice. Good job. Wait. Just because I'm not sure where you're from. I'm not asking for specifics. Were you American, Tiger? Because whenever I'm talking to Americans, when they say tea, they mean something entirely else than the rest of the world. They mean something that is not normal tea. They mean 90% sugar and like 10% tea. Iced tea, lol, very sweet to some, I may add sugar. Oh my god. Thank you, Alex. That is not what you should have. Sugar is also the feeding ground, is what bacteria and everything needs. I mean, yes, your body needs the energy, but Jesus Christ, you need some proper food and drink. Not some sugar bomb. God damn it.
Once we were back at the commune, I broke into Harrow's safe, stole all of the commune's resources and ran. I don't know when Harrow realized what I'd done, or whether he even cared. All that I know is that nobody came after me. So I kept running and running until I got to Berlin. Don't worry, I got Mountain Dew as well. For fuck's sake. I know a streamer who swears by Mountain Dew when you're having COVID. And I feel the main reason why it helps is because it actually keeps them drinking it. Or maybe it because it has electrolytes in it. I don't fucking know, but I don't see how... Getting past the wall was fairly simple. You know how easy it is to obtain falsified papers. The biggest obstacle that I faced during my fight was the adversary herself. I could run from Harrow, but how do you run from something that's tied to your own soul? Actually... that is honestly one of the greatest emotes that I have, if I may say so myself. I love the nerd emote, like, I'm actually... I have a feeling that I know. The haunted look in Glory's eyes is heartbreaking. She gives you another curt, grim nod. I walked into the office of the first street doc I could find, pointed at all the biggest, bulkiest pieces of cyberware that he had on display, and told him to put them into me. He tried to upsell me on better merchandise, arguing that what I was asking for was old and inefficient, better suited to be installed in a museum than in a body. He told me that I'd be shredding my essence, and once it was gone, I'd never be able to get it back. But it has electrolytes. Brando has that plant crave. Brando has what plants crave. Yeah, you do like Peter Pan. That's why you read so much. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You look like Peter Pan? Excuse me. What the fuck? That's the first. I stuck to my guns. After all, shredding my essence was the whole point. Glory looks up at you. Her eyes are sunken and hollow, and the aura of loss about her is palpable. She looks like a woman who has been through hell. I mean, her god was the devil, yeah. That's all for now, Yusinoko. You've heard the tale. You know why I'm the way I am. You know the things I've done and how much I have to atone for. If you still want my company, fine. If I've lost your friendship, I understand that too, but for now, I need to be alone. I want to give her a hug. Okay, last one probably is my guess. Glory favors you with a weak smile, her expression cautious. You're suddenly aware of how very small she is. Really? She seems about as big as me. Boy, you see no goal. I've gotta admit, I've been dreading this. So, now that you know what I've done, what I am, are you here to tell me off? I wouldn't blame you if you were. No, Glory, I'm not here to tell you off. Truth be told, I wanted to check in and see how you were doing. Not great. Struggling. About what you'd expect. Oh, as if you're cold. You're not a cold bitch. There's so much emotion in this body. She's just been burying them all. The poor baby. We left off in a bad place last time. I've been thinking about your story and I have a question for you. Yeah? What's that? You've escaped from Harrow. But he's still out there. If you're looking to atone for your past, don't you think that shutting him down would be a good place to start? Are you still looking for closure? Because your story had a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up.
got out of Feuerstelle, but Harrow's cult is still up and running, right? Still full of kids who are being brainwashed and worse. So shouldn't we do something about that? I'm still looking for closure, I think is the thing, because your story has a lot of loose ends that need to be tied up. She holds her silence for a long time. Finally she nods. Yes. I've been thinking about this for a long time, Yusinobu. Every time that I've gotten close to making a decision, I've turned and ran away and again. No more running. I'm ready to face this thing, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help. I'm glad that we're on the same page. Ah, that's the idea. Alright, if we're going to do this, we need to be clear on what our goal is. There are a lot of innocent people in that place. Lost street kids who got sucked in by Marta and the other girls like her. Saving them won't be easy, but it feels like the right thing to do. But then there's also Harrow to consider. To consider. I want that man dead. Lord knows he deserves it, and if we don't make killing him our top priority, he might get away from us. If that happens, if he runs, he'll eventually start up another cult somewhere else, but we can't find him. And all of this will have been for nothing. We're likely to run into other complications as well, so I think that we need to make a decision here up front. What would you do in my place? Rescue the kids or take down Harrow? I don't think that we can manage both. I think the kids should be our first priority. We raid Feuerstelle, round up the runaways, and clear Harrow's influence from their minds. Ah, this is so rough. Yeah, we wipe out the cult, starting with Harrow. As long as he's alive, we can just start all of this again. We'll save any cultists that we can, but the ones that are too far gone will have to be put down. I think we have to go for the second one. We definitely have to take out the evil by the roots. If we do not get him, he will just start anew. Yeah. I don't know what any other choice does, but this is what I feel is right. Harrow needs to die. I don't want any other kids hurt or killed, but Harrow, that bastard, has to pay for what he did to me. She stops, as if suddenly unsure of herself. A moment later, a newfound confidence seems to seize her. She looks to you. There's fire in her eyes. He has to pay for what he did to all of us. I won't let this happen again. He needs to die. You're damn right. He does. Meet me at the van when you're ready to go. It's a long drive from here to Schönbuch. She nods. I'll see you there. And that is what we're gonna do next time. So we will go here. How is this? Oh, climb down. Okay. Wow. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. I feel we will not be able to do really great with saving a lot of kids, because that will most likely take charisma, and we do not have charisma. But we will see. Safe. Okay. Boom. Question in the room. Maybe I will decide as well by myself. Do you think I should look up? No, you know what? Screw that. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm gonna make the decision how I feel I like them, and if not, I will just regret making them, or I will just save scum.
You know, the two options. Sticking by my guns or safe scumming. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Yeah, looking it up spoils the experience. It does. Shoot first, ask later. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Let's see. I think, as most Thursdays I feel like, I will send you to Hyra. Don't look it up. That way we get more content. Indeed. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will be on a stream as many of Fridays. I will be playing Baldur's Gate with BB and Danny. That is BB Meki. BB Meki. You might remember that I started streaming it, but if you also remember, my PC really didn't like me streaming it, and the game kept crashing, and my OBS kept crashing and being shit. So, yeah. That wasn't a fun time. But we will be doing that an hour earlier than I normally start. I will try to remember to, like, tell you guys. I might just forget. I think at least we started the normal time that we normally do. Anyways, I will now start the raid. Next time stream will be next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, probably. Yeah. Until then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your, well, calling it an evening, have a lovely rest of your night. Take care, have a good Friday tomorrow and a good last day of the week. Like a work week at least. Take care of yourself, like both mentally and physically. If you're sick, rest, goddammit. If you're not yet sick, make sure it stays that way as best as you can. Yeah, be nice to yourself. Even if it might not even always seem that easy to do. Trust me, I know the struggle. And if you can, be nice to others if you have the extra energy to give, because it's appreciated usually. And if people are not good for you, then just don't interact with them, which is also not always easy, but honestly it helps immensely. Anyways, until next time, I bid thee farewell. Bye bye. Good night. Ba-doom. Ba-doom.